you eating an appetizer? I was out with some friends the other day and somebody got the spinach artichoke dip to go with the meal. And I was like, now how is this making sense? Now hear me, because some people will say, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Or I'll say, why are you eating this? Or you might do that. And I'm like, well, there's nothing wrong with those things. And I would agree, there's nothing wrong with those things. But who do you think I'm talking to? I'm talking to people that have already stated they want to lose weight. That's what I do. I help people that want to lose weight. I'm not talking to somebody that's where they want to be. I'm talking to people that are wondering, what do I need to do to drop some weight and live in a sustainable way? Well, why are you eating an appetizer? Because we feel entitled. Doesn't everybody eat appetizers? No. You need to stop thinking that you can just eat whatever you want as if you're not needing to lose weight, as if you're not wanting to lose weight. It's what you say you want to do, yet you want to live like somebody that doesn't have an issue. So let's look at a few things you need to take a second look at. Appetizers would be one. Or you go and eat some Mexican food and they've got chips and salsa. Why are you eating that? Because you don't need to diet. You don't need to eat a diet meal. There's just some things you can relook at. You don't need a meal before the meal, right? Chips and queso can certainly end up being 500 or 1,000 calories. You don't need that meal before you get your fajitas. Fajitas aren't the reason you're overweight. It's everything else. Why are you having 2 Dr. Peppers? Why are you having any caloric drink with your meal? Well, isn't that normal? Aren't I entitled to that? You're 50 pounds overweight. So what I'm showing you here is you don't need to do these unusual things to be at a healthy weight. An unusual thing, what I'm talking about, is having your meals or at Jenny Craig or doing keto or only having 1 meal a day or doing this or that, or just do some basic things and it can change everything for you. Let's just skip the appetizer. You got a meal coming. You're normal. You could eat normal. You don't need the appetizer. You don't need the chips and salsa, or you go to Italian and they bring this nice bread before the meal. Do you have to have that? Well, in the past you probably did, but now you want a different life. Can you just give yourself permission to say, you know what? I'm just going to let go of a few of these things, have a normal meal, and it's going to be different. But if you think every time you sit down to eat a meal, you need to say yes to the chips and salsa, you go through the line of Qdoba. You want chips with that? You want queso with that? Well, how much do you weigh? Of course you don't want that with it. You can have a normal meal without the extras. It's the extras that are getting you. Bread beforehand, the chips and salsa beforehand, the drinks with it. I've gone out with people before and I'm looking at their normal drink habits and I'm like, well, no wonder you're heavier than you want to be, and no wonder you ain't got no more money. I mean, they're drinking like 3 and 4 cocktails. I'm like, that's just crazy. Nothing wrong with what you want to eat. But if you're trying to lose weight, you've got to remove some of the duplicity and some of this entitlement. We were at Red Lobster and they brought Cheddar Bay biscuits out and everybody's eating them up. And my mother-in-law said to me, well, Joe, aren't you going to eat a Cheddar Bay biscuit? And I'm like, I'm getting ready to eat a normal meal. There's a reason that I can tuck in my shirt. There's a reason that I'm a healthy weight. I am going to look at my meal and not just assume I can eat this and this and this and be a normal weight, because no, you can't. One of the first things we say when you do my 21-day transformation in day 1 is something that needs to happen for you to succeed at losing weight and living a more abundant life is to rethink your thinking. In our culture, in America, we think, well, I should eat appetizers and have Cokes and dessert and second helpings at home. All those things. Are you willing to rethink your thinking so you can have a healthier, more abundant life and live at a healthy weight? Because that's what needs to happen. And if you'd like some help rethinking your thinking, giving yourself permission to do this, why don't you join my next 21-day transformation and we'll help you do that. I'm Trainer Joe. Train your brain and transform your body.